Hello friends, my name is Nikolai, DreamLife Cyprus company. As you already understood, in today's video we will reveal the topic of investments and earnings from investments in real estate in Northern Cyprus. In the following videos, we will show real examples of other people who have already invested and have already made a profit from it. Let's look at the most popular types of investments. Let's start with the first one. These are short-term investments, such as the purchase of real estate at the pre-sale stage and the resale at the construction stage. As a rule, these are professional investors who specialize in this area, looking for real estate at the pre-sale stage, that is, the so-called closed sales. How does this happen? For example, a developer wants to launch the construction of a new project, and for this he needs startup capital to start construction. Investors will help him in this. In order to quickly attract investors, the developer makes closed sales with a lower real estate price than it will be after the announcement and official sales. In this case, the investor can either keep such property for himself or decide for himself at what stage he will sell it. Accordingly, the closer to the completion of construction, the more earnings. In this case, the investor usually pays the first installment and pays monthly installments, waiting for the best moment to sell and transfer his property. But it is important to understand that not all developers in Cyprus are ready to assign your property. The advantages of such investments are that you are not required to pay 100% of the property. In most cases, you will have to pay from 40 to 60% of the property value. After that, you can already resell it and earn your money. The second is a fairly good return, from 25 to 50% of the investment funds. And thirdly, the investment takes a short term on average from 6 to 12 months. Of the minuses of such investments, it is not quite a passive income, since you still need to delve into many nuances and study the trends of the Northern Cyprus real estate market. You need to become a professional investor doing this all the time in order to get the maximum benefit. This type of investment also has its risks. For example, confidence in the developer, currency fluctuations, oil prices. World events can affect the cost and the rate of growth or fall in property prices, both for good and for bad for you. And you, as an investor, must understand this. Let's look at the second type. These are longer-term investments. This is the purchase of real estate at the stage of the start of sales, or at the stage of construction of the project and their subsequent sale in finished form. In most cases, you will have to pay the developer from 80 to 100%. Duration of investments can be from 12 to 24 months. In this case, you get a profit of at least 30% or more from the invested funds, although previous years showed profits even up to 100%. The main advantage is that it is a more passive investment, and you don't have to be an expert to invest this way. And also there is less risk than the previous type of investment. And in the end, we come to the most popular, a long-term type of investment. What does this mean? A person who wants to invest in real estate in Northern Cyprus buys real estate at the start of sales or at the stage of construction, makes down payment of 30% for the rest of the amount. The developer offers you an interest-free installment plan. You will have a minimum interest-free installment plan until the moment you receive the keys. That is, until the moment when the developer builds the project and gives you the keys. And in some cases, the installment plan can reach up to 82 months. That is, after a year or two, you can get the keys to the apartment, rent it out, and pay the remaining amount even after receiving the keys. The minimum return on investment from renting out is 8% per annum and above. But it already depends on the object, project, and other factors. But these statistics were taken a few years before the global pandemic. After world events in 2021 and 2022, this figure has increased dramatically by several times. For example, in 2022, real estate rentals have almost doubled sharply and continue to grow further. Therefore, the profit in some projects was more than 15% per year. Every investor knows that this is a very good investment. In general, it turns out that the investor in this case wins doubly. Firstly, he buys real estate at the foundation stage at a lower price, and until the end of construction, this property will increase in price by at least 25 and sometimes 50%. Further, this property will bring you a stable rental income. As for renting in Northern Cyprus, there are long-term and short-term rentals. In this case, if we are talking about renting, there are people and companies that are engaged in renting out your apartments that you buy here. It can be a developer company, or an individual, or a company like us, for example, which is also engaged in such a business. This means that you gave the keys to your apartment, signed an agreement with the company, and left for your homeland and go about your business. This is a more passive income that you consistently receive. Instead of you, there is a person or company that manages your property. They settle and evict people, pay utility bills, keep all the calculations. And for this, they take their commission. And they give you the rest of your amount in any way you agree. In this type of investment, you do not need to be an expert. You just buy an apartment, rent it out, and forget for a while that you have any worries in Northern Cyprus. All this is done by a person. The hot season in Northern Cyprus starts from May to October. That is, it is almost half of the year. The rest of the time, you can rent out property for the winter period and receive additional income, but at a lower price. What is the best for you is up to you. I mean, what type of investment, short-term or long-term investment, all of the three types are good in their own way. The only thing that is still important is to choose the right object for investment that will meet your requirements and requests, and according to realtors, be well rented out. Consider different options. Our little advice for you: if you want to earn money from short-term or long-term rent, it is better to choose projects that have all the infrastructure within walking distance, shops and more. It is also desirable that this complex has a swimming pool, a playground, a restaurant, a pharmacy and more. That is what a person needs in everyday life. If you are ready to consider such options, write to us. We will be happy to help you. We have 7 years of experience in Northern Cyprus. We work with probably 90% of developers throughout Northern Cyprus. That is, there is a large base of developers with whom you can work. We will give you our advice. We will tell you about the pros and cons of each project, so that it is safer and more relaxed for you to make a decision. Contact us with any questions: Viber, WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram. We also organize study tours for our clients. We do a free 3-day stay as well as one-way transfer at our expense. In the case of real estate reservation, we make a taxi in the opposite direction from us free of charge. Come, we will show you real estate, tell you about Northern Cyprus. You yourself will see everything with your own eyes, how everything is not only in picture, but live, as it is in reality. Do not listen to the rumors that are circulating about Northern Cyprus, that everything here is so bad and scary. Here are calm and quiet. Come and see for yourself. In the following videos, we will give real examples of investors who have already invested in real estate in Northern Cyprus. So don't forget to subscribe to our DreamLife Cyprus channel and hit the bell to be notified of new videos on our channel. See you soon in Northern Cyprus.